Hello, this is Tom, and I'm joined by Rich. And today we've got a great interview for you with the Welsh Fire's own Georgia Hennessy, an all-rounder. We'll be asking all about her progress in the 100 so far. And if you enjoy this content, smash the subscribe button, and we'll have plenty more for you coming up. Georgia, good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Are you?
Yeah, really well, thanks. Thanks so much for joining us today.
That's right.
Busy times, clearly, with the tournament going thick and fast. Clearly, the Welsh Fire, bit of a slow start, but we're picking up now 2 wins on the trot. How's the mood in the dressing room? How's the confidence?
Yeah, really good. Obviously, winning the last 2 is fantastic. Had a bit of a tough start to the comp, but a few of us girls said maybe we played the 2 toughest teams first, so kind of got them out of the way, and then, yeah, a bit of momentum now. Hopefully take that into tomorrow as well.
Yeah, really good win against the Oval Invincibles. But as you say, big game tomorrow, Trent Rockets, looking pretty important in terms of the table because you're both just outside that eliminator slot at the moment, down in 4th and 5th. So how are the preparations going for that?
Yeah, really good. Had training today, had a nice day off yesterday, which was needed, I think, because obviously such a busy comp, so it's really good to have a bit of downtime as well. So yeah, morale's high. As you said, like the table at the moment, there's kind of teams winning, teams losing. It's not too consistent at the moment. So yeah, big game for us tomorrow.
So you had you mentioned the start to the tournament playing the tough teams, and you started off Northern Superchargers, and then it was Southern Brave, a lot of people's favourites. So after those 2 losses before the Manchester game, did you come together as a team to chat about where you were going wrong? Was there any sort of change in tactics, or did you sort of trust in the team to bring it back in games 3 and 4?
Yeah, we reviewed the games, but obviously such a short comp, we didn't want to kind of try and change too much or kind of think that we weren't going to win a game. So I think it was just like kind of recuperate as a team, get a bit of training in and get to know each other a bit more. Sometimes it is kind of that team morale. And I think obviously the win at the Oval just showed kind of how we work like well together as a team in the field, kind of how we didn't let them get the runs in the end. We just fought really strong. So I think that's really important. So yeah, we did review, did kind of make a few changes, bits and bobs to our tactical sort of stuff. And then other than that, yeah, we kind of kept the same.
Yeah. And for someone who's just discovering cricket, maybe because of the 100 itself, a lot of new fans coming in, how would you describe your game? What are your strengths?
Just keep it simple, really. Yeah, good question. Just keep it simple, really. Bowl as straight as possible, and kind of do the background work to find out what to do when you're out there, so you can do it under pressure. And then with batting wise, just hit the ball as hard as I can.
Yeah, batting 6 or 7 normally, so middle order, trying to get those key runs in. And you've put in some great performances to date so far in the competition. Really enjoyed it. But perhaps maybe the best performances from my point of view are those that you've had at Sophia Gardens in Cardiff. Is that a ground that suits your game, do you think? Or is it just the way it's fallen?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's kind of a bit luck of the draw as well. It's Fire. Sometimes there's good pitches in it for the bowling and the batting, so they're not too much like roads there. So you can kind of get a little bit out of it as a bowler, and then just try and go at one of balls the main aim. That's Fire.
Yeah, aside from going well with the bat and ball, you've also kind of stood out a bit with your fielding performances. Is that an area of the game you enjoy? Is that something you work on particularly?
Yeah, definitely in the past couple of years, that's kind of the main thing I have been working on, and to build confidence with that, because that's something I'm least confident at probably a couple of years ago, I'd say. But yeah, working together as a team, I think we've got a really good unit in the field. And yeah, something we all work on quite hard.
Could see the energy, certainly, sort of the way you move around out there. So it's always good, and it makes a real difference, I think. But anyway, you did take a little time out of the game and have returned now. You've got a domestic cricket contract. You've clearly come into the 100 with the Welsh Fire. How has the game changed for you as you've returned? What feels different?
It's a lot better standard. I think when I left the game, there was kind of the people that you knew about. And if you didn't kind of know them, then they weren't on people's radar. But I think now there's people that in the game you hear and you think, oh, who's that? And then they bossed a game somewhere at a high standard. So I think that's quite different. The game's improved massively. Players are more consistently playing 360, which makes it hard as a bowler. But yeah, it's just improving massively just through the support and obviously the new contracts that have been rewarded. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned the standard there. You've got players around you for the quality of, Hayley Matthews, Sarah Taylor, Georgia Redmayne's come over as well, Piper Cleary. What's it like sort of bringing them into, I guess, sort of you had the Western Storm dynamic, and then you brought these players in. How have you all gelled together as a group?
Yeah, we are quite Storm based. So I think the mix early on was really good, and obviously those names to have around are ridiculous. Piper Cleary obviously coming in from the Big Bash, like the tactical stuff bowling wise that she's offered to our bowlers, kind of young bowlers, has been exceptional, and I think that has actually made us win games. Her and Rob and Sparky have worked together really well, and kind of devised good plans for us to take forward. And then obviously the likes of Sarah Taylor, just to have her around, I think that makes a difference with angles in our field, etc. So I think that does as well. Yeah, ridiculous some of the names we have.
Yeah, and it's most importantly for me, and I've been following the Welsh Fire. I'm a Somerset lad myself, so it feels natural. But one of the differences is you don't have quite the same number of fans in the ground because of the COVID regulations being a bit different in Wales. Have you felt the energy still there? And how's the travelling support been? Have you got a barmy army yet for the Welsh Fire?
Yeah, we've got quite a good crowd, to be honest, coming to our away games. Obviously, we've got Bryony Smith in our side, who's kind of London sort of based. So she had quite a few in at the Oval, and they were quite loud throughout, which was really good. And then, Sophia Gardens have been great. I was saying on another interview earlier, when you get there, just the people that work there, just kind of so excited to have you back. They say welcome back, and just little things like that. It's just a really good buzz. And then, the crowd have been great. Obviously, just the Welsh, they love it.
Mad for it. Love it.
I was going to say, it's a big one against the Trent Rockets tomorrow. You're 2-2 at the minute. Are you starting to think about the latter ends of the tournament? Getting yourself into that eliminator game, or maybe straight into the final if results go your way?
Look, it would be amazing. But I think we're just trying to go a game at a time, because obviously we just don't know what's happening. I know the Brave are playing now, so that's quite a big game for the table. So I think just taking a game at a time, focusing on kind of what we need to get done in that game, and then after that kind of looking at the next one. And it's pretty standard, but just trying to take every game as it comes and not looking too far forward.
Well, you have my full support. So tomorrow with the big game, I presume you've done your major preparations. You've got some big matchups you're going to have there. You seem like quite a fired up sort of character, especially on the field. Do you think there'll be some fireworks against maybe someone like Katherine Brunt, who's also pretty fired up?
Yeah, I think so. They got a few big dogs in their team as well. You got Katherine Brunt, Priest, Sammy Joe. So I think it's going to be quite a good showcase. Not even just from cricket, but you might see some people get a bit involved, and it'll be a good class game, I think.
We like a bit of the verbals. That's all right by me.
All family fun.
Oh yeah. Well, we've really enjoyed it so far. Thank you very much for joining us today, and I hope to see you, if not at the eliminator, maybe at the final where we'll both be there. Keep going, and it's been great. Thank you for coming along.
Sweet. Thank you very much.
No, you're welcome.